Hey everybody, Steven here, playing Subnautica Below Zero. It's been a minute. This is a short video just because there's not a lot of updates. They're still working on polish, but we do have some cool things in game that I haven't covered before, so I wanted to look at that today. So we'll get this thing started up. There's a bug right now where when you pull up the screen, it's actually just a black screen. When you exit out, it pulls it back up, but hopefully they get that fixed here pretty soon. Let's just go freedom. So the first thing is on the intro here, they've tweaked the audio so it actually sounds like she's inside of the shuttle there. So you can kind of hear her voice bouncing off the walls inside of that versus just like straight audio recorded. It actually sounds like she's in this thing now. So let's give this a quick listen.
This is the farthest I can take you on company space bucks, Robin. You sure you want this? The research is in everything.
It is to me and Sam. I need to know what happened.
The meteor
So
storm.
very subtle.
I can use it for cover from Altera's eyes.
Gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll find my way back.
So we have that. Clean up audio, right? You don't hear any differences after this. I'm still curious because she doesn't have gloves on in the shuttle. You get out and then you have gloves on. I was hoping they would add an animation of her putting them on or something like that, but we don't have that. So let's bring off the fog. Let's get the weather off here. Since we're close by, we'll go to the facility here, Warp Gate Base. That audio thing, when that popped up, sounds new. It's probably been there, just noticed it though. Doesn't look like this now. Okay, let's try this on. So just zooming in there, it looked different. Story end game. Let's try this. All right, so once the shield goes down, now I know they've done polish on it, but it just looks like they've done another pass. The lighting looks better. Looking at some of the icicles coming down through all this stuff. The color on everything. All this stuff's been here, just like I said. It looks like we've gotten a detail pass. So instead of that, it almost looked like a flat color green across everything. We actually have a change in the color with this, the lighting, and it just to me it makes this look like it has depth, where before it just looked flat, right? And some of these things, by the way, these could have been done weeks ago. It's just I haven't had a bunch to cover, so with this, some of these things, they're just from a while ago. They weren't big enough for me to do a video on it, so I'm doing that now, kind of going back through some of this stuff. I like the audio, you can hear it in the background. Very cool sound. I know that's been there for a while, but all right, we have that. And actually, while I'm here, let's get to the big one. The NC All or NC All, I always forget. Actually, it's not that at all. Bob the Builder.
Adding emergency shelter blueprints to your database.
We finally have the updated icons. I was waiting on this. For the toilet, the small stove, the sink, and the shower. So this looks way better. The ones before were like, it looked like a screen grab from like a rough 3D model versus this. So a way better look. I can't do anything with that, but so everything's complete with this now in terms of the icons. I'm not seeing any old out-of-date models. The only thing I can think of is maybe the alien containment facility, but I mean it's the one from the first game like a lot of these are, and it looks fine. I don't think they would change that. So like this is the old icon as well, same thing. I don't think they're going to change that. I think that looks fine. So we have that. I've been waiting for that for a while. Don't think we have anything changed in here, but let's just check just in case. Let's grab this. Because there's a lot more parts going on in this game than the first one. I still like that. One of my favorite icons is the Ice Worm Attack Reduction Module. Scanner room upgrade. All this is looking the same. And then the architect components, those icons have been updated for a while. Alright, so we have that. I keep doing that. I've noticed going from this game and then playing some other games for a while and I have to like relearn what the buttons are. It like messes me up when I come back to these games. Alright, so let's go to the West Arctic here. So they've done a polish pass over here. We're going to see some more of that shelf ice is around here, which looks good. It looks like it's supposed to be versus if it was just blank. I don't know why. Like right there, there we go. That looks good. When it doesn't have that, something looks off to me. We have that. So, looks way better. I'm still hoping they bring back the other mountain that they had. So if you remember from the first story iteration, we had 2 peaks over here, and this has been changed. That's pretty cool too, when you can be up here and see that guy, that Cryptosuchus, moving around. That's scary. Alright, we'll bring this all back off again though, so I can look at this stuff. Alright. So in terms of polish that they've done over here, so we have more grass. The big thing is more icicles, right? Rocks, grass, icicles. We have more of the plants as well. So instead of this just being flat, nothing's going on, that detail that they've added to this makes a difference, makes a huge difference. Don't think they've added anything in here. But you can get out of the weather, the elements. So, rocks, heat fruit, got our, are those stalactites? Mites come from the ground, right? I believe so. So yeah, all of this just looks way better. Cool area to build a base, too. Got our, like, in the East Arctic, it has the same thing, where it's like you got your one heat lily. So they've done a pass over here, more of the shelf ice in here. I like how these, I just forget the name of the plant right here, but how these blend into the ground. This has been a game for a long, long time, but I still like the look of that, right? Going into this cave here, it was something that I brought up in a previous video, which is like certain areas, what's the incentive to go there? Like, why would I come in here? And whoa, if I cannot hit the mouse there, let's go fog. That doesn't change it. And it's right there. I'm gonna bring the weather off. So you can find a tri-valve in here now, right? A location for one of these. There it is. I think it's just the one, if I remember correctly. It just kind of ran through here last time. So that's the incentive to come in here, to make it into this area now, is that you will find a tri-valve. So I like that. Like I said, there's the other one. That's the incentive to come in here now, to get one of these guys. Certain things like that too, just noticing the tweaks to the audio where I hadn't noticed it all of the time, but yeah, if you do anything in here, hear that? You can hear that echo. Very cool. Just adds that next kind of level to, whoa, the game here. That, getting hit with that. Like, this is a cool area now, where before just like there was nothing here. We didn't, before you had any of these icebergs out here. All right, then you had the icebergs, not really much going on with them. Now we got this, we got the shelf ice, we got a ton of the different animals out here. We have a lot of cool things to find, like the tri-valves. So I am digging this area now. Let's go free cam. And the way it's all kind of compact in here now too. I like. We can look at more icicles, rocks. Some of the stuff's been here, like I said. Ooh, what do we have here? This is new. Little signal. I'm sure that has some type of implication for something. I haven't messed with it much though. Whoa. This ice is only in a couple areas, and I like the look of it. I wish it was in more places. I don't think, yeah, if you fall down, you gotta crawl back up. Or you can't crawl back up, you gotta literally come out and go back up. So that looks really cool. And this makes the game feel bigger in my opinion too, because I know that's been something people have talked about, is the map just feels smaller to them. But stuff like this, the density of this, makes it feel much bigger. Let's see, we got this one too. Ooh, they added this. This is new as well.
Hollow chamber in iceberg inferior detected.
Let's see, fog. There we go. All right, we got the ion cube. So the other one doesn't have an ion cube, but I'm curious to see if they add this then. That's cool. So yeah, the other one I just checked that. It does not, before I started recording, it does not have that in there right now. But there we go. You'll use that for ion batteries or anything you need. Let's bring that off. Okay. And I think that's it. The last thing that I was just kind of milling around looking at, because I went through everything just to do a quick check, and there was nothing that was just jumping out to me where I was like, oh man, that looks like they've added a bunch of different stuff here. I forgot about this area. Let's just check, just in case. Nope, still the same. Was over by the mining site. These improvements have been in-game for a while, right? But it just seems like they've done another tweaking, right? A lot of stuff's already been here, but it's just something seems a little bit different with it, right? Very subtle. And I've mentioned the way that they blend these biomes together is really, really awesome. Try and slow that camera down. But these little tweaks to it, like that right there, it's not flat anymore. We have more curves to the terrain, right? Changes in rock and the way that looks. Which, that complexity just makes the biome look more unique. Coming down here, zoom over here. It does seem like, even from the last time, it seems like they've added more of the, these, they have the thermal trees.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen
See if this
efficiency
even tells me what
decreased.
this is. No. Thermal vents, thermal trees. So it seems like we have maybe a couple more in here. Because I remember there was a bunch, just seems like we got some more. So how that blends into the big tree spire biome looks really good. That is a new sound effect, by the way. That, we heard that zing? Same thing happens when you die. And then we are going to check out something, been in game for a while. They just synced it, so they've cleaned it up a little bit. And actually, tell you what, we'll do it right here. So the death animation with not being in a sea truck, but just out and about with the Shadow Leviathan here. If it'll attack me. Ooh. There it is. I think because I did Bob the Builder, it nixed that. Or if I did the oxygen cheat. Come on, come back. That is creepy. And it's looking so much better, like so polished. There it is. Boom. That was really good. I like that. Saw a couple things where it seems like the character model's floating through, but oh, look at that. That little loading screen. I didn't realize that the penguin, or the pangling, was going to be in the corner there when it loads. Nice. Well, that's going to be it for this one. I kind of strung some of the stuff out a lot longer than it needed to be, but just wanted to look at everything and spend a little bit more time in the game. It's coming out May 14th, if I remember correctly off the top of my head here. So we do have a release date polish between now and then this will be releasing simultaneously on PC and consoles, and that's including the Switch, which is pretty cool. And the Switch version is going to come with the original Subnautica, so I'm excited to get my hands on that. Between now and then, if there's anything else that pops up and there's enough of it, not just something small, and I can do another video, hopefully we can get 1 or 2 more videos before then, and then I'll be doing my playthrough of the game, then hopefully some tutorials and things like that. But that's going to be it for this one, everybody. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.